Hey there, Papa's Posse. Don't forget about that QR code. Take you to my eBay, YouTube, and Instagram page. Well, welcome back, everyone. You know it's time for Papa's Comic Books, Coffee, and more. Today we have The Silver Surfer, number 6. This book was 75 cents back in 1987. Title of the story, Seeds of War, by Englehart and Rogers. Now, before we begin, don't forget this book and others are available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. Let's hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and see what's going on. Silver Surfer, from out of the small Magellanic cloud, they come. The death ships of dead, dread Skrull Empire. Their neutron radiation laying waste to the outgunned outpost. But the outpost stakes the edge of the Kree Empire, and so begins war. Hovering 30,000 miles above the ravaged planet. That will have alerted them, Emperor. Even the Kree Supremor will need 14 Tarkus to mass enough ships to worry us, Revan. We'll obliterate the bases at Sandmar 2 and 4 in less than 12. But the Kree didn't build their empire without luck. The right shot, even by an overwhelmed patrol, could throw everything off. Especially if they hit the command ship. And if my warriors can be diverted by the death of their leader, Aptek, they deserve the deaths I'm attempting to spare them. We've lost our ability to change shape. Our empire is in ruins, for others claim the same right to rebuild as I. Our only hope was to keep our situation secret while we pulled ourselves together, but the Kree spy we caught told us enough to dash that hope. Now, our one hope is to cripple their Kree before they can carve us up. And you must be the one to do it, to show those other 4 emperors. I warn you, Aptek, I made you my third in command because your military mind is second to none. But your presence has become much harder to support since the genetics bomb froze us, all in the forms we were using at the time of explosion. Or have you forgotten that you're a Skrull male? Forgotten? How can a male with 97 details of warrior service forget any of this, Kyler? Empress or kill. The old Empress asked me to spin on Wazala. No female had my military mind, she said. And she, the one who assassinated the old Emperor, it was supposed to be in and out. I never planned. Arkill's chin. I hate this person of flesh. But the anguish of the transfigured Aptek cannot be allowed to divert him from the demands of strategy. For long now, already far, far ahead of the Skrull Armada, the Kree are planning their response in the cybernetic form of their supreme intelligence. Controllers, my deduction concerning the Skrull's sudden weakness is confirmed. At the cost of Kree life, Supremor. What do you care, Fedor? The outpost military are mostly pink. Whatever that means. Mostly pink? Tushkat, not entirely. This is no time for internal struggles, Fedor. We all know more than enough of blue racial fantasies, Fedor. We also know that Nenora can rise above them. If you cannot, you're no help to our counterattack. As head of the Science Council, your profess the fallacy that I, as the sum of the greatest Kree military minds of all time, am somehow impure because some of those minds previously inhabited pink flesh. It's self-evident. What's evident is I want You, where I can keep an eye on you, or where no one can understand me. Blues are the original Kree stock. Understand me? I understand that the Skrulls are worse than any Kree. That will suffice. And so, Nenora, my intelligence indicates the A Fleet and the L Fleet have the best chance of intercepting the Skrull Armada. You will act as a moment-to-moment coordinator. Yes, Supremor. Tuskcat, I want an Ethernet lasered between Hadris and Yike to slow the Skrulls' approach to Sandomar 2. You believe they will strike there first. I do. Fedor, you will oversee the evacuation of Sandomar. Evacuation, we don't fight. Evacuation? We don't fight? We fight by evacuating and detonating the planet when the Armada comes near. Ah, I like that. I thought you would. Now go. I'm receiving reports from the deep satellites. A new Kree-Skrull war, little know it, two empires, each with over 1,000 worlds attempting to once again to achieve total dominance. This time, there will be no stalemate. This time, the universe will shake as never before, and I am again in my element. At the most important event in the history of the universe, but elsewhere in the still uncontrolled abyss of the world called Gullish Yar, now Obliterator, you will tell us the secret of the elders, the most important secret in all the universe. Last issue, the elder who lived up to destroy with a strip of his weapons by the Silver Surfer. We read of his obsessions that has kept him alive for more than 5 billion years. He contemplates his own end, but I cannot die. Yes, yes, Mantis, and I know that the Grand Master tricked death into declaring that no elder would enter her realm ever. Your brother is the one who has beaten you. This one and the surfer, with the precipitated the blow poised to fail. Yes, I shall tell you what I learned in a life 1/3 as long as that of this universe itself. Some time before the universe was born, some other universe, some other reality altogether existed. Not even an elder can say when or even where, because any concept in our reality is meaningless when applied to that existence. But in time, that universe collapsed inward upon itself, inward with every world and star rushing together to become a single atom, and then vanished into subatomic probability, then burst forth again. Once more, the energy spiraled outward. Once more, the energy coalesced to matter. Its cooling darkening the cosmos. Star and quasars were formed. The galaxies, then planetary systems, the worlds, then those who live in them. In some parts of this universe, such as the Milky Way, that was 4 billion years ago. In my part, it was 10. 4 billion years of evolution passed on my world before my race crawled from the rocks. Another 500 million, 5.5 billion years ago, I was born. So approximately then were the others who would become elders. As a child, I knew I was different from the others of my race. They pursued a variety of interests sporadically, but I lived only to hunt and obliterate. As an adult, I found that I seemed not to lose my vitality. I consulted medicons. They told me that I was mutant, that all the systems in my body were focused on a body's preservation. Possibly my obsession caused the mutation, mutation caused my obsession, whichever. I went forth and killed everyone in the world. Then I expanded my horizons to other worlds. It was on one of them that I met the gardener and learned that there were others like myself. In the next billion years, I found them all, each obsession with different, but each was all consuming. We watched the normal creatures live in a mere 5,000 years, 2,000 years, 800 years, 300 years, even 75 years, and we remained the oldest living creatures in the universe. Then came Galactus, and we learned that Galactus had been the last sentient to succumb to the collapse of the previous reality. And so, in a way, not even an elder can explain, but which must have something to do with a vast continuity which supersedes even the destruction of what we call reality. Galactus had lived through the Big Bang and is older than the elders. Can you see what that meant to us? We had billions of years to accept that no living thing had a more exalted position than we. But now we saw that we too were limited. So it was that resolved to destroy Galactus. But look carefully at the shape of the reality in the universe. Everything here consists of a sum of two opposing forces, death and eternity. Everything except Galactus, who comes from the previous and utterly unknowable universe, and who has been proved to have a purpose in this universe as well. Yes, his relentless appetite, as horrible as it must seem to those he consumes, has meaning, and it is this: Galactus does transcend our reality. He transcends death and eternity. For without the alien and unpredictable force, Galactus represents death and eternity, which settle into perfect status as perfect opposites. Yes, yes, that explains so many things. As his herald, I certainly saw that he is neither good nor evil, but only Galactus. But surely you see, then, that no one born of this reality can destroy him, or would want to. For according to you, the destruction of Galactus would bring about the destruction of reality. It doesn't matter if one of us is born, or this reality Silver Surfer, only if one is of this reality. We elders have escaped our connection to death. The interplay of death and eternity, which creates this reality, holds no sway over us any longer. We can destroy Galactus, but this one says again that would destroy reality as well. Exactly. And then the universe will collapse inward again. And then the eternal atom will burst forth with a new universe again with new reality. And we elders will be like the Galactus there, a race of Galactuses to pursue our private obsessions through worlds undemit and undreamable. But my obsession is shattered forever, and so you see why I face that future with horror, as do we all. Where, when, and why do your brothers next meet? On the planet Earth, a secure location since Galactus pledged to avoid it after his hero saved his life. The assemble of the night of the autumnal equinox to test for the first time the weapon they will use on the alien. Earth? Am I always to be plagued by that place? It is the one's home, Norrin Radd. I told you, Mantis, Norrin Radd does not exist. I am the Silver Surfer, and I was made to fly free. Yes, then why did you hug this one when you learned she had not died? I am naturally pleased whenever innocent life is spared. You are a liar, Nora lad. And he, huh, let's go to Earth. Certainly the Obliterator will be safe with this one's plants to keep watch. Hmm. Ooh, Datsun Nissan 300ZX. Here we go. Of Sandomar 2, in the Weather Magellanic Cloud. Here they come, Counselor. Fedor, yes, in the moments they'll attack what they conceive to be our fully manned garrison. And as they sweep close upon it, it will explode in their ugly green faces. The evacuation went well. Of course, I was in command. What? They're turning away without attacking, and we cannot attack them because there's no one left in the garrison to man the weaponry. It's impossible, incredible. It's as if they were warned. Indeed, a traitor lurks amongst us, Fedor. Return to Kree-Lar at once. You cannot suspect me, Supremer. I suspect everyone so far, but by the time you reach me, my cybernetic mind will have winnowed the suspects to a manageable number. But come, I will review the records of Fedor, Muskrat, Minora, and yourself, Little Nullet. It is not for nothing that the ancients entrusted the empire to a computer. Even so slightly, the constant low hum that permeates this sector of Creolar grows deeper. Nothing more, yet the fate of the empire hangs upon the decision to be reached in the room and in the command ship now serving at his counterpart. Ha 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 ha! I'll wager we gave that cursed Kree construct cybernetic stroke ripping. Our spy has never served us better, Majesty, and I must admit I forgot my personal dilemma while we were feinting towards Sandamar. They'll have to fortify the next garrison world. They can't let us pass unchallenged a second time, but we'll be ready. Excuse me, Majesty, Yorick communicates. Yorick, that degenerate? What is it, Yorick? I am in the middle of the most daring campaign ever waged against the enemy. And how do you do, dear Kyler? I gave no authorization to antagonize the Kree. Who the Halavic are you to give anyone authorization? You overweening Prathik, I am your emperor. You are no one's emperor, least of all mine. I am the emperor of the reborn Skrull Empire, and this attack proves it. All you're proving is that you can instigate the greatest slaughter ever visited on our race. We'll see. I'll appeal this to the other three warlords. Appeal all you want. By the time you four flustered fools can churn out some paper condemnation, I'll be home in triumph. Kyler out. Looks like Thanos. Idiot. He was he has no understanding that there are moments when one who would win must make his move. What happened? How? He punched me. Oh no, he punched me. You tracked me, Mantis? This one did what? Tricked me. Oh, tricked me. I would never have returned to Earth before if you hadn't planted, good word that, planted in my mind the knowledge of the Elders' attack on the West and East Coast Avengers. You were seeking the Elders at the time, and the limited Avengers are your friends. United Avengers are your friends. Holy cow. As much as they are this one's. You are treating me like a child, Celestial Madonna, trying to draw me into your plans when I am perfectly capable of confronting the Elders on my own. Whereas the Silver Surfer flies, he should fly alone. This one is not treating you like a child, but you are acting like one. You have admitted, as anyone must, that the Elders have extraordinary powers. You and this one need to work together. To what purpose my plan was to discover why the Elders sought my death and why this wished to aid the Skrulls in their struggle with the Kree. But you never explained why you oppose them. Surely it's obvious. The Celestial Madonna defends her true child, he who embodies both plant and animal life. This one knew nothing of the scope of the Elder's plans, but she stopped speaking of yourself in the third person. You are right here. Then why are you trying to desperately to push her away? I'm not. Once more, you are a liar. Get off the board. I don't have to listen to this. Face facts, Nora. Rad, you are man. You are a man. For all your silver skin, and you like this one as a woman, that sort of thing is behind me. This one is a woman, for all her cosmic consciousness, a woman who knew many men before her marriage, but none at all since her husband transcended his body. She needs someone who can share a life among the stars. I am pledged to Shalabal. What you had with her is finished. Seize the future, man. And she jumps on him. Oh no. And into the celestial void they go. Away. I have found the traitor among us. You are here for the execution. I have reviewed the life records of you three and my simian Techno, the only ones to know of my pain concerning Sandamar 2. I reviewed your parents, your birthings, your schools, your friends, friends and lovers, your enemies, your compliance with my orders, and 439 other categories. Have you anything to say, Fedor? Only this: if you believe I'm the traitor, you're a fool. What say you, Nedora? Nothing, Supremor. And you, Tuscat, I await your pleasure, Supremor. And Nullet, of course, can say nothing. And so I still have no hard evidence. Hey, Ralph Macchio. And so Nullet dies. He did, after all, maintain my mechanical systems. He alone had the opportunity to alter my information banks to cover his tracks. By the great Pama, a scroll at the heart of our empire, I would never have guessed, because I thought I was the only scroll spying on the Supreme Intelligence. If Nullet was a scroll brother, it was hidden even from me. Nenora, you will replace the creature as my chief coordinator, Fedor. You will command Nedora's fleets, as you command, Supremor. And may I make a suggestion for our next campaign? Speak. We must speedily coordinate the worlds, not directly under our control, so they don't fall into the Skrull camp. The people of my homeworld are not demonstrative mantis, not like the people I found on your Earth. To be honest, if I had not encountered people like Alicia Masters when I first arrived, I would never have recovered from the further alienation of my eons in space. But you did recover. Not they, not really. I remember my love for Shalala, but it was only a memory. I loved no one else. In that time, though, it seemed Shalaba was denied me. I would not have interested myself in you then. I would not have interested myself in you now if you hadn't broken through my silver shell. Ah, Norin. Oh, Norin. Norin, can you hear me? Shalala. Norin, you pledged to protect Zenla from Kree Skrull War, and that war has begun. A Kree fleet is sweeping toward us, using the power cosmic you bestowed upon me. I call upon you to return to us now. Mantis, I gave my word to protect my homeworld, as she says, but with the elders threatening to destroy all reality, they threaten Zenla as surely as do the Kree. Then you must decide which of us to aid. There is nothing to decide. I gave my word to Shalaba. I shall leave you on a vegetated world. You can continue to Earth from there, as you will, but you have seized the future, Norarad, and you will find that it will never let you go. Whew! That was a long reading of the Silver Surfer number 6 from 1987. I hope you enjoyed that little reading. Now don't forget, this book and others are available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. And as Papa and the Silver Surfer always say,
that was easy.
Until next time, Papa is out.